All right, what's happening? You guys are about to check out Christmas Karen. That is right. We have an incident out of Punta Gorda, Florida, involving First Amendment activist and cop watcher Andrew Sheets and a woman who had a permit to rent out a public place get into a little bit of a dispute, but that's not where it ends. So what this woman did was she did not like the content of Andrew Sheets' political protest. So in response to that, she called the police, met with the responding officers, and fabricated allegations, false allegations, against Andrew Sheets in an attempt to have him arrested for what she described as harassment, although she never actually makes a substantial claim. When she talks to them, you can tell she is on a complete fishing expedition for things that she can try to dictate that Andrew Sheets did wrong in the pursuit that maybe officers will violate his rights and make an unlawful arrest. Guys, this is never how you go about it, and this is not okay. We need to call things out like this when we see them. You're always welcome to stage a counter protest or voice your opposition to somebody else's speech. That's always permissible, but what is never okay is to do what this woman seemingly did, which is try to have somebody falsely arrested for content on a political protest sign that you disagree with. You cannot do that, and we got to call it out when we see it.
I rent this park.
Right.
This is not allowed here.
Right. I'm on a public sidewalk.
Okay, that's fine. I'm renting a public park right now. I'll give you 5 seconds to move or I'm calling the cops.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Call them.
You can peacefully protest?
No, you call them. I'm on a public sidewalk.
Okay, let me call.
That's fine. Biden's trying to start World War III to hide the crimes of his son, Hunter Biden. They want me telling you guys the truth.
It has nothing to do with that. We rent this park, so where it's a public park, we've rented this area. So you can go way down.
Are you going to tell them that I'm on a public sidewalk?
Hi, I'm at Lashley Park, Local Lady Social Network. We rented the park. We have a protester out here that is on the corner with a sign that says Joe Biden. And
Biden's trying to start World War III, hide the crimes of his son.
all of our customers that are coming into
Biden's trying to start World War III.
got a big sign that says "Fuck Joe Biden." Biden's starting a war, this and that, and he's pretty much harassing everybody.
I am not harassing. This is free speech on a public sidewalk. Do not lie.
It's not free speech.
Do not lie. I'm on a public sidewalk.
There's kids at this place that he's got to...
It's redacted. Thank you. Biden's trying to start World War III to hide the crimes of his son, Hunter Biden. It's pretty sad, man.
We're with you.
All right, thank you for being an American. They want me to go away, but they want me to tell you the truth. I don't know what country they're from.
All right, the police are away.
That's okay. It's a public sidewalk.
Yeah, I know, but when you have the microphone and everything, and you're talking to the people that are here that are guests, when you start harassing
I'm
them,
a public sidewalk. We're having
when
debate.
you start harassing people,
We're having debate.
It's not.
We're having debate.
It's not.
We're having debate.
It's not a debate.
I'm inciting thought.
It's a harassment.
It's called inciting thought.
Okay, it's harassing.
It's
You're
called
harassing
inciting
our customers.
thought. I am on a public sidewalk.
I don't care. This isn't a
What is your
peaceful
name?
protest.
Christy Dunn?
My name is Christy Dunn, yes.
All right, I'm on a public sidewalk.
That's fine. You want attention, I'll get the news over here to give you attention.
Yeah, yes. Actually, yes. Have him come over. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Going on over here.
Okay.
And Santa's coming, and the kids are coming, and this guy's holding up a sign screaming at everybody, and it says Joe Biden.
Okay.
And he's right on the corner. And I said, your sign right there has curse words. I got kids coming to see Santa here. And he's on a microphone, and there was almost just a fight.
Okay.
So he's screaming at people when they don't agree with him. Now, I told him, I said, you can peacefully protest, but when you start screaming at people, that's harassment, right?
Is he following them?
He's standing
Or is he
there,
standing right there?
and he's shoving the sign towards him, and he's saying, Joe Biden. And Joe Biden's trying to start a war in World War III and this and that, and going into the whole political thing. And then people are arguing back with him, and it's going to... This event just started, I can see it quite happening, because he's very forceful.
So, we're very familiar with him. This is what he does. He's trying to get a rise out of people.
Yeah,
because
the little kids are coming.
I know, but this is what he's doing. He's trying to get a rise out of people, hoping that they will do something that would be them being criminal, like push them or hit them or things like that. Yeah. He's also wanting us to be here to make a big scene that we're here because we're infringing on his First Amendment rights.
Well, he's telling everybody, the lady that's running this, which to me is slander. The lady that's running this is threatening me with the police officers who's going to have me arrested and this and that. And I told him I'm going to call the police because you're harassing people that are coming in. You have a sign that says "Fuck Biden," and I got little kids coming here to see Santa.
Unfortunately, we cannot do anything about the sign because that is freedom of speech.
So what if he starts harassing me, like he's been doing?
Has he been following you?
No, he's standing right there.
Okay.
In the same spot, but he's yelling at me.
Okay. What's to prevent you from leaving where he's at?
Well, I rented the whole park for the event, so all my customers are coming through here. I was kind of directing them to where to go for traffic.
I understand that, but if he's not following you specifically, he's staying in one spot, that's not going to be harassment because he's in a public area right now.
There's no harassment or anything like that. If he says anything to me verbally.
What has he said to you?
He's telling everybody else that I'm calling the cops and that I'm sorry. I'm a Joe Biden supporter, which I never said anything about which side I'm on, but he's telling these people things about me that aren't true. These are all that I'm a Joe Biden supporter. I don't get into politics. So that to me, that's slander that he's telling all the people.
That's all civil. If you think that he's slandering you, then that'd be a civil tort. You'd have to take him civilly to court on that. If you feel he's slandering, that's affecting you in a certain way. He does, unfortunately, what he's trying to do, it's not the way that I think people should go about. Right. If you have something you want to protest, something you want to bring to people's attention, we're very familiar with him. He is trying to get a rise out of people. He's trying to get us to be there so he can hopefully push our buttons, get a rise out of us, get us to cross the boundaries and do something that we shouldn't do.
I'm stuck with him all day there harassing people.
Unfortunately, with where he's at now, you have the Lashley Park itself rented out, correct?
Yeah.
You have a.
He's on that corner though.
I know, but he's not in the park. So if he comes into the park, if you have...
if a fight breaks out, am I able to call you?
Absolutely.
Because it almost did, and I had to stop the guy. I said, just please go into the park because he's getting a rise out of people. And somebody's going to fight on him.
So what tends to happen is if people ignore him, and I know it can be hard to do...
I mean, I haven't.
What I'm saying is, in general, if people ignore him, like, okay, I don't agree with you. I think what you're saying is odd, but whatever. Go about their day. He doesn't get what he wants, and he leaves.
That's it. Have Joe Biden on there?
It's freedom of speech.
With kids around there?
It's freedom of speech. We had an ordinance here in the city that tried to restrict that kind of language.
I did see that.
I believe he was part of the lawsuit against it with other individuals, and the court sided with them and said it is freedom of speech. The ordinance that we...
That's why he said you're not going to be able to do anything.
The ordinance that the city had enacted was found to be unconstitutional.
Okay, so I would have to file
even if you have kids
and
all that stuff. What was that?
You said it was civil, so I'd have to file a complaint?
If you feel things that he's saying about you specifically is slander, that would be a civil issue. It's not criminal. Okay. When we would get involved is if there is a fight or looks like there is going to be a fight, because we're going to come and try to stop the disturbance, get parties separated. Okay, and if anything got physical, then we would address if whoever would be at fault for a criminal act there of it being physical.
Hopefully they could do this stuff at once.
Yeah, like I said, he's looking for these big events.
Doing your job and it's...
Yeah, he's generally goes to the farmer's market, and again, he's just trying to get rise out of people because he's hoping that we get called, hoping that somebody does something that they shouldn't physically towards him, hope we cross our boundaries of what we're legally allowed to do.
Happening today, so...
Yeah.
Just giving you a heads up. If I call 911 and say, can I get somebody out at Lashley Park, it's probably for him.
Now, you do have a permit for Lashley Park itself, correct?
Yes.
For the event? So if he comes into the event where you have it bordered off, you can trespass him for the event because you have a permit for that. And that's what has happened for the farmer's market. Even though it's all public property, they have a permit. They gave him a permit for that for every Saturday. So if he came into the area and was continuing to do this, they could call us. We could issue a trespass for that event. Obviously, on a Monday afternoon, he could come there, but every time they had the event, he couldn't be there for up to a year.
Okay.
So but he would do that. He'd just be right outside of it. So he's very familiar with that, and he probably
so
won't even come into the event.
If I have any problems with him at all, with him fighting somebody calls me and says, "Oh, we'll call 911," and I'm going to back off because I don't want to get into a fight.
Absolutely. I can tell you right now, he's going to use his words and his side to try to get somebody to attack him.
It's not him. It's somebody else is going to attack him.
Somebody else is going to be the one to start it.
The one guy went right at me. I was like, no. I said, this is not happening here. Back away.
That's it. That's what we'll end up addressing there is if there's actual fight or it looks like there's about to be a physical fight. But I can tell you right now, my experience with him, he is not going to instigate or he's not going to physically instigate the fight. He's going to push those buttons hoping that person instigate a physical fight.
Okay.
So.
All right. I appreciate the input.
You're welcome.
I will try to get the people with the kids to go that way.
Okay.
If I can. Because they're going to visit Santa for free, take family photos and stuff, and that's just so trash.
I know it's using up your manpower or something, but there's nothing that says you can't have somebody stand in this way of him and say, everybody might want to go on that side of the road.
Thank you. Thanks, officer.
Yep.